guys, my name is Olivia. Thanks for joining me on another video. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 and I homeschool my 2 oldest kiddos. I have an 11-year-old son going into 6th grade, and then I have a 7-year-old daughter going into 2nd grade. And I also have an 18-month-old daughter at home as well. So if you're new to my channel, I share homeschool things and mommyhood things, some food things, some clean living things. Today I have a back to school kind of supply haul. I know it's a little late in the game, but for homeschool mamas, and I'm sure even for just like public school moms, sometimes back to school supplies, it's like a year-round thing where you're replacing things or what have you. So this back to school haul, I'm not going to show you like a bunch of colored pencils or crayons or pens or anything like that, because 2 years ago I did a back to school supply shopping haul, and it had all of those sorts of things in it. And I am not kidding when I say we are still using probably like 60% of the things that I purchased 2 years ago. I made a video on it. I will share the link down below. I have to say probably everything except for, I will call it out when I show the replacement. I would highly recommend and repurchase all of that time after time, because the pastels, the pencils, the twistables, well, the markers have dried out, but we've since repurchased, but it's the same brand. All of those sorts of things, the watercolor paints, we are still using those exact same products, not even just the same brands, but like the exact same products. So like I said, I will share that video down below if you're interested. I have to say, especially the colored pencils, it is the Amazon brand of colored pencils that I purchased that were they were being compared to like the Prismacolor ones. The colors are vibrant, and the colored pencils themselves, it's like buttery when you use them. They sharpen really well without cracking or splitting. The colors are just, there's the bang for your buck. Like, you get so many different colors, and it's so much cheaper than the high-end art brands. I can't recommend them more, because we are still using the exact same ones, and my daughter especially pulls out colored pencils and uses them every single day. So yes, really into those, highly recommend them. I will start off with the one thing that I'm remembering from that I shared in that video that I would not repurchase again, and what I'm replacing it with, and it is the chalk markers. The one that I showed you, I'm pretty sure was double this. I'm pretty sure it was like 48 different colors. They were so hit and miss. Half of them, the colors, it said 48 different colors, but like there would be 5 different oranges that they gave there, and 2 of the oranges were the exact same color. Same with blues or like greens, what have you. They would always explode and bleed if they weren't dry in the first place. And then sometimes it would be super dry, impossible to get the color to pull through, no matter how you shook them or upside down or upright or depressed them until the color came down. The things would get stuck, the little brush tips would get stuck up in there, and it would bleed everywhere. I purchased these kind of on a whim, and I only purchased the 24 count, and so far they've been really good. We have a lot of black chalkboards, and I also have an acrylic plastic wall calendar that we use in our homeschool space as well, and I use these to decorate both of those things and, you know, fill different things in for the month, what have you. And so far these have been pretty good. I would recommend these. These I'm really excited about. So we're probably going to be in the car more this year than we were last year, and especially we were the year before. And while there were like a hard book or something like that I would try to use as a hardback flat surface for when we would have to do some school stuff in the car, I wanted to get them something more intentional this year. So I got them these clipboards, one for my son and one for my daughter. They're exactly the same. These are really cool because they have the little clipboard spot right here. And then it has this acrylic layer. You can put things down in here, use a whiteboard marker or even one of those chalkboard paint markers, and write things on here. Say you're doing math or what have you. Like, you don't even need to use this for like car school is a term that I've seen go around, doing work in the car when you're homeschooling. You could use these at home and use this as like a, you know, put a practice sheet underneath and then dry erase on top. So I thought that was really neat. And then it also comes with a big deep storage section too for extra blank paper, extra lined paper, all of your practice sheets, what have you that you're going to store in there. Your pencil, your eraser can fit in there, and it has a really nice heavy duty clasp. I don't know if I'm gonna wind up needing this, but it also has a little nail hole if you're going to, you know, put this up on the wall and store it that way, but I got one each for both of my kiddos. Okay, for me, I like to buy myself a new set of pens. It's like my thing that I get for myself for homeschooling every year on top of a planner. I still have lots of space left in my Rad and Happy Educators Planner from last year, so I'm just reusing that again this year. I have an actually a plan with me video where I show that planner also. So if you're interested in seeing that planner in action, I will post that video link down below. But I got these pens. Normally I get the ones where it's like one pen of each color, and I like rainbow colors because this is how I plan, and I like color coordinating note taking. I got these this year because my daughter got one for herself last year somehow. I don't even know how we came to own that, but I kind of commandeered it. She didn't use it a whole lot, and I kept asking, hey, can I borrow that pen? Hey, can I borrow that pen? Hey, do you mind if I borrow that pen? And I loved them. They are the Bic, like these little multicolored pens. So one comes with like all the grading colors. So there's navy blue, black, that dark forest green, and a red. I call this the grading colors. I don't know why. Does that make sense to anybody else? And then there's this one with this baby blue, a lime green, a purple, and a baby pink. And this one has baby pink and that purple, but it also has an orange and a yellow. These take up a lot less space than like my 12 or 14 colored packs that I would get for myself in the past. So these are really fun. Okay, I've already taken it out of the package, but we desperately needed to repurchase whiteboard markers. I like the skinny ones and I like the fat ones, and so I actually picked these up on Prime Day sale, and they were on sale, but it wasn't like a magnificent sale. I feel like I've seen them pretty cheap on Amazon before throughout the year otherwise, but I really like these. The Expo brand has never done me wrong. I feel like they last a very long time compared to some of the other marker brands, so picked some of these up. To go along with those, I picked up some more single whiteboards. This is a pack of 6. Yeah, so this is a pack of 6. These are the single double-sided whiteboards. Ours have all cracked, and I've had them for several years. We do not just do homeschool and school things on these. My kiddos both love to draw on them, which is also probably why we go through whiteboard markers so quickly. But I bought these. It also comes with 6 little dry erasers as well, which I thought is neat. We just use some socks that are no longer matched in the house and keep a little roll of those in there, but got some more of these. The other ones were cracked. It was starting to kind of like rip up the tips of our markers, so they needed to be replaced. All right, this is going to be kind of difficult to show, but to go along with showing those whiteboard markers and the whiteboards, I'm gonna actually insert a picture that Amazon has as their like product picture right up here somewhere. But it's a big wall organizer, and it's got little slanted sections that I plan to put the whiteboards in. It's got a little cubby for all of the markers and another flat kind of shelf that I plan to put the erasers and anything else that shelf winds up holding and collecting. So the reason I'm getting this is because, so last year in one of my Plan With Me videos, I showed how we got that bookcase that all of the school supplies, like the day-to-day, the kids' actual workbooks and their like grab everyday school supplies are in a bookshelf that I got last year that we put in our homeschool space, which, if you're new to my channel, is also our dining room. Before, I had the 2 art carts, one for my son, one for my daughter, and they were great, and I would not have replaced them. Like, they lasted and they actually functioned well for us in our space. But my baby started crawling and was able to get into all the things, and so I was like, okay, well, now things have to go in a cupboard and go up. So that has worked for the last year, and now she can reach things on the bottom shelf. She can also grab the whiteboard markers where they're at as well. It's just, she's keeping me on my toes this year for sure. This is going to then go up on the wall and house the whiteboards and the markers, probably the scissors and all of those things. Moving pieces, moving parts, that's what this is. Okay, so we do still have watercolor paper, but I was at Target and I was just looking at things around, and it was a pretty good, sorry, my cat just bumped that. It was a pretty good deal for the Mondo Llama. Is that the name of the brand? Is it Mondo? I can never read it. And it's heavyweight, like multi-use paper for painting and coloring with markers. There was 40 sheets, and this was from Target. It was a pretty good deal. And then this got bent up because my kiddo already grabbed it and started using it. But I also got the same Target brand. This is a sketch pad. This is medium weight, so it would not necessarily be for painting. This is for drawing and sketching. It's got perforated edges. This is also a pretty good deal at Target. I got one of each of these for my kiddos. Okay, while I was there at Target, these caught my eye in the dollar section. These were $3 each, and it came in these little baggies. And this, one of them are numbers and things that you can make equations with. There's multiplication, addition, subtraction, equals, lots of different numbers. I thought that this would be a fun manipulative to use with my daughter going into 2nd grade. So I bought a packet of these, and then not that I think she's gonna learn her ABCs through using these, but I saw that they had ABC ones too. And so I grabbed these thinking that my youngest could just play and mess with something, practice, you know, gross motor skills and pushing, actually fine motor skills at her age at this point, pushing these together and connecting them. They're not magnetic. They're just these cute little puzzle pieces with ABCs and then 1, 2, 3s and equation bits. I don't know if they're still available at this time of like me sharing it, but if I can find them on the Target website, I will absolutely look at them. I would go check out your dollar section at your Target if I can't find a link. Okay, another whiteboard thing. So I was looking through my daughter's, what's it called? Her language arts program, which, heads up, if you've seen my curriculum video and you saw that I shared what we were using and it interested you at all to like get a look into it, I'm just going to like looking through that so I can prep for this upcoming month that we are going to be starting school. It's not homeschool friendly. Okay, while I don't necessarily need, I'm still going to use it. I can make it homeschool friendly. It is just written to a classroom. It's going to be fine. It just has kind of been a journey, a learning curve, figuring it out. Well, she does not need phonics work anymore. There are still some activities where I'm going to be leaving certain things up on the board for us to work with here or there. You know, if you have a really great link or product that you really enjoy with whiteboard or magnetic letters, could you link them down below? I was searching high and low for something that was not ridiculously expensive for letters that are blue for consonants, red for vowels specifically, because I saw a lot of like really big containers of letters, but they were all multicolored, and I just think that that can be distracting when you're trying to learn and read a word. And also not just that, but I liked these specifically because they didn't have the little round magnet on the back, because I'm thinking of my 18-month-old, like what happens if one of those magnets busts off of that and is just loose on the floor and I'm not aware of it. But these have a full flat magnet on the back. These happen to be foam letters. I really liked that. They're also not super itty bitty. Other ones were really small. It was basically like I was trying to find a Goldilocks magnetic letter set. If you guys have one, let me know. I got these, and these look really fun. My only issue with it is it only comes with like a handful of the letters themselves. I can't remember what the number of letters was. It was enough where I was like, oh, well, I really heavily contemplated getting a different set because it came with more letters. But that being said, I just bought this for the letters, but it is a little CVC like practice game kit. Obviously, I think, you know, if you are in the age range or the stage of your learning where, you know, they can put certain CVC words together and you're wanting them to practice while you're working on something else with another kiddo, or you're busy or what have you, and you just want them to have a little something to do. This looks fun. It comes with different pictures, and it comes with a writing whiteboard and a cap. I'll just take it all out and show you. So it comes with a little eraser. I'm sure my kids are gonna play with this anyway, even if we're not intending to use it like this. It comes with this drawstring baggie, 3 little markers with erasers on the tips, these different like flashcards with pictures, and then it has what it is on the back written out, and then the consonants are in blue and the vowels in red. And ooh, these are actually heavy duty. These are a good weight. So it's got the top, middle, and baseline on the back for writing the word, and then it has a blank one on the other side if you're looking for a little practice activity for working on phonics. This is cute. I specifically just got it for the letters. I might even buy another set at some point if I realize I need more letters. But this was cute and sweet. I purchased this from Amazon. I found it through Mardell specifically. It's a student planner. I was looking through a lot of student planners, like all the big planner names, and I just could not find something that was simple enough and wasn't like overly busy and full of fluff. There are some things that I wish that it had in here that I thought might be cool that this doesn't specifically have, but it's a dated planner for the 2024-2025 school year. This is intended for my rising 6th grader. It's going to be his first actual technical middle school year. And it's got pockets on both the front and the back hardcover. The spiral is really nice. It has info like you know, personal info spot here. It's got a spread for the 2024-2025 school year for all of the months, holidays, different dates to remember that you can write in. We're not going to a public or a private school where he's going to be moving classes around different semester, but if we want to, if he feels like he wants to fill this sort of thing in for the different activities or maybe units that we're going to be doing, he can. I like that it has the space for goals and the space for notes. Future planning. So this is a Christ-based planner. It has scripture in it. I love the theme. It's all like, it reminds me of like the West. Bits of Alaska, Wyoming, Colorado, Montana. It gives those sorts of vibes. So there is scripture on all of the title pages, and then each month layout looks like this. I guess I could just flip to, well, it is August now. Yeah, we're starting August. Like I said, I don't know if you can see that with the light, with the glare, but I love just the theme of this. I think that it's really fun. So here's August. Here's a piece of scripture here. The August overview, things to accomplish that they can fill in, special activities that they can fill in, websites and a reading list, prayer requests and answers. We're also part of an Awana group, which is a children's discipleship club. And I thought that this would be great if he wants to put in weekly what his verse is that he needs to memorize, a big month flip through, and then it has the daily week layout, and it's vertically dated. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it's got 6 different slots for the subjects. It does not have the weekends on here, which would have been nice, but he could also add that in notes. There is a spot for memory work here, but you could also cross this out and use this for anything you need. And every single week follows that same layout. Every month is set up the same way. In the very back, there's a spot that says final thoughts. It is just some more scripture and some more ideas like that. A space for things I accomplished, things I loved. I am changed because, some notes, and then it also has some different stickers available here, which I think are cute. I do wish, so I was kind of looking into the different, I don't know, the planners that I feel like I remember getting starting in middle school up through high school in public school, and I like how it has like unit conversions and like different sorts of things like that, and some different random facts about what have you in the back. I was looking through something like that, but I never liked the way that the layout looked otherwise. So I'm really happy with that. I think that it's super great. It does start in July and it goes through June. Clearly you're past July. We're not going to be using the July one anyway, but for people that do start in July, you could maybe look forward to that planner next year. Okay, so every year at the beginning of the school year, I get the kids a couple fun things that are just for them. I don't know, I guess it's kind of one of our things that we always start the school year with. The last few years I've been getting them the school notebook. So this is the 6th grade notebook and this is the 2nd grade notebook. And they always have decorated the front of their covers with big vinyl stickers. And I get them different themes each year. And so just a quick look into the 6th grade notebook though. So this has dots, the dot grid on one side, and then it has wide ruled on the other side. I can't remember the age that the lined side goes to college ruled. It might be 7th, it might be 8th, but it's still wide ruled, but it's a fairly large size. So got him that for his sticker theme. Last year I got him Star Wars, or maybe I got both of the kids Harry Potter and I got their what are they called, their houses. Okay, this year I got him Zelda stickers. I don't know if you have Zelda lovers in your home like I do. These are actually pretty cool. Ooh, I love this one with his little, all of his little things he cooks. Link. There's a couple different styles in here. My kiddos love stickers. I don't know about your guys' kiddos, but they send them in letters to friends and they put them all over their water bottles and all sorts of different things. So I always have those laid out for them first day of school. And then the other thing that I get them are themed pencils or drawing things. I looked everywhere for Zelda themed pencils and I could not find them in either mechanical or like number 2 or like what have you pencils, like you have to sharpen the pencils, which I thought was too bad. I also looked for, my kiddo's been really into the Spider-Verse stuff with Miles Morales, loves those movies. I also couldn't find anything like that. He loves Frixion pens, so I got him this set of Frixion pens. It's got a few more colors than he had last year. He just had red and blue and black. This one comes with green and purple. He really enjoyed having them last year, and these are, if you're not familiar with them, I think everybody is, but just in case you're not, they're erasable pens. These ones also particularly are refillable, so I think that's pretty cool. Okay, for my daughter, this is the notebook I got her. If you want kind of a quick look into the 2nd grade notebook, it has the dot grid on one side and then the primary writing on the other for half of the page, and then the top half is blank for a picture or what have you. And for her stickers, this is another one where I feel like there was multiple different packs and some of them were kind of questionable, but I got her the Animal Crossing pack. My daughter has the Animal Crossing game. She loves it. She thinks it's so much fun. You guys have any kiddos or you yourself into Animal Crossing? I thought that it was such a cute game and she has a lot of fun with it when it's video game or screen time. So this was a pack of 50, I believe. There's all sorts of different things in here. So I know she's going to really love these because she's just so into Animal Crossing. And to go along with these came straight from Japan. These are Mitsubishi pencils and these are the Animal Crossing pencils. I feel like Animal Crossing is kind of a big thing now, but I cannot find any school supplies for them. A few different designs on them. I did not realize, that's my fault, that they did not have erasers on them. So I opened the bag and I realized that they didn't have erasers on them and I was like, oh man, well, I guess I gotta purchase some erasers. I'll put those back in a second. So I got erasers and I just think that these are so stinking cute. They had really good reviews as far as erasing cleanly and they don't stick too far off of the pencil from what I saw, which I also love. And this is a little small shop. You also get 100% back if you don't like these. You know, sometimes erasers just don't erase clean. So I'm gonna kind of see how they work. I thought that it would be cute. I got animal ones, even though they're not Animal Crossing themed. I thought that that would be cute for her to decide what to put on. But just in case they don't work out well as erasers, I got them the big erasers, like the big white erasers, but they come in these cute these cute little containers, and there's enough for me to split the pack, and I can give half to my son and half to my daughter. Here is the little duck one. You take the lid off. Oop. Oh, it's double-sided, that's right. So if you take the head lid off, well, I'll show you the eraser part first. Eraser part, and then, I don't think my kids are really gonna use this, but it's a fun little novelty piece for it. It's got the little eraser shaving pickup roller. Here's a little dog. I just thought that these were adorable, and so I could not get them. So I'm gonna split these up between the kids and give them each some big erasers. Okay, I've got two last things to show. So this I forgot to share in my son's curriculum video, but this is the next step up for handwriting that I got him. I am actually not really impressed with this level. So he just got done with C. This is D for the most part. So this is kind of teaching you how to connect the italicized, like cursive, how to connect certain letters together and practicing certain letters together. And 90% of this booklet are just names. The other one was fun because it was a lot of phrases and sentences. This one is names, except for here and there, especially, well, towards the back, there's a couple sentences. I just know my son's gonna think that this is really boring and he's not going to want to practice. Like this literally just says, Ann, Ben, Dan, Jan, Max, Tex, Cap, Kip, Kimmy, Zach, Yuki, Pam, Tim, Mar. It's just, you know what I mean? Okay, lastly, in going through that language arts curriculum, this second grade notebook, this is mostly going to be for the read aloud stuff that we do. So the Memoria Press program that has a literature and then an accompanying culture, history, science piece to it. I put in pictures of her crafts that she does that correlate with each of those read alouds. Anyway, for the language arts program, it specifically asks for her to have a composition, like a writing notebook, something that she can start in and then see how her progress looks at the end of the year, which I thought was a good idea. And especially because this doesn't have lines on half of it, it's the dot grid on half, and then it has the primary on the other half. But I didn't know if just this half primary sheet was going to be enough every day for that assignment. I looked for some different composition notebooks. So I got two different ones, and I'm still not really sure which one I'm going to tell her to do. They're a little different. One is this Sweet Princess one. Oh my gosh, I just thought that this was too precious, too cute. I hope that you can see it and it's not a glare, so that's why I'm like moving it around a little bit. The cover is sweet. It's so cute. And my middle daughter's my girly girl. This has both sides have the top half blank and then the primary lines on the other side. And this is 110 pages of this. If we do a writing assignment every day, I don't know if that's going to be enough pages. It's what, like 180 days for a school year or something? We'll see. But the other one that I was looking at that I found first that I was like, oh my gosh, that's right up her alley. My daughter loves sushi, ramen, pho. She loves all of that. And this is ramen and sushi of some sorts that I can tell on here. But look at the cover of this composition notebook. Is that not just the stinking cutest little thing? Anyway, this is just wide roll, and which is fine, but I think it also has less than that one. I think it's only 100 pages. It doesn't have it printed on the front cover, but it did have it printed in the description online. I don't know. I wasn't sure if I was going to get her, like, have her write without the primary lines yet, and it also doesn't have the picture part. I don't know if you're going to necessarily need the picture part. I only looked through the first month for planning. But if she needs to move on from that one, then she has this one to write in. Maybe we'll find another purpose for this one during the school year, but I thought that these were both just too cute to pass up, and I did need one of them. I just haven't decided which one we're going to do it with. I probably rambled on a super long time about all of those, and hopefully I got to the point and I showcased all these things the way that you guys would benefit from seeing them. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned, go ahead and drop those down below in the comments. I will have things linked down below in the description box if you are wanting to just check things out, direct link on there. Otherwise, that other supply video will be listed down below. If you have questions about any of those, go ahead and leave them on that video as well. Oh, the last thing I wanted to mention is paper. We ran out of the HP brand paper. I got a big box of 5 reams of 28-pound 100 brightness paper, what have you. And it was a pretty good deal when I got it 2 years ago, and we just ran out. And I print curriculum and my kids use it for different things, like all the time. We just ran out. And so I went back to go to that link and repurchase it again. The paper's been great. It is more than double the price of when I bought that big box of those 5 reams of paper. And I was kind of in shock. Like, it's well over $100 for 5 reams of printer paper. And so words are a little tricky for me in this video. I'm sorry. I wound up finding the brand Hammermill and their 5 reams of paper for 28-pound paper, 100 brightness, what have you. It was a lot cheaper. So I went with that brand, and I will link that new paper down below because I think the other one is linked in that other video, and it's just expensive. And if I was not going to buy it for that price, you guys might think that it's worth it for that price. It's still linked in that other video if you're interested in that brand versus the Hammermill brand. It's paper. It had identical, like all the details were identical when I purchased it. So I will link that down below. It's a giant box, so I'm not going to hold it up. But that was also on the supply list. All right, you guys, that was it. So many random things. Thank you for joining me on this video, and I will see you guys next time.